Welcome back. In this video, I want to talk to you about a couple of tools that I use and I believe that you should use to track your inbox deliverability and your email deliverability, right? So we're going to talk about kind of three different tools with three very specific purposes. Now, the first one is Mail Monitor App. It's mailmonitorapp.com, and this service is strictly for inbox placement, right? Not necessarily email deliverability as a whole, but inbox placement. If you take the seed addresses that it's going to give you and put those on your email list, it will actually break down per IP address, per per ISP, per message your delivery. So if you have 4 IP addresses and you send a broadcast mail, it'll tell you the delivery rate of that message in Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, AOL, by each IP address. So this is super powerful information if you see that you're having delivery issues with one specific IP and one ISP. So if your IP address number 2 is being completely blocked by Yahoo, you know where to focus efforts and contact your email service provider and say, hey, I need to fix this, I'm having problems. This IP, I either need to rotate out and make sure that no email originates from this IP to Yahoo temporarily, or I need to contact Yahoo and figure out what the problem is, why it's being blocked. Is it a technical setup issue? Is something the matter? Is there a blacklist? We need to contact them and figure out what the source of this issue and this block is. So Mail Monitor App is the first tracking tool that I'd like you to go and sign up for. The second one is Return Path. Now, this is really going to monitor your sender reputation. This is predominantly going to be used for those of you who have dedicated IP addresses. If you don't have a dedicated IP, if you have a shared IP, then really you're not going to be able to use this. It's not going to be able to differentiate you or the other mailers on your IP. Now, you may be able to put that information in, you may be able to get some data, but more than likely, if you're on a shared IP, you're on a rotating block. So really, if you're a bulk mailer, if you're an enterprise level mailer, if you're sending millions of mails a month, then you need to have your own dedicated IPs. At Digital Marketer, I believe we currently have 6 IP addresses, and we send somewhere around 20 to 25 million emails a month, right, at Digital Marketer. Now, total company-wide, we send somewhere around 100 million emails a month. 100 million total emails a month. So I can go in and monitor all of our different mailer reputations using Return Path, set up accounts, set up alerts, and know where I'm at. Now, this is a lagging indicator, so it's a 30-day rolling sender score. For us, we operate in the high 90s, so anything under about 93, and you're starting to see a negative impact on inbox deliverability. So if you are a dedicated or using dedicated IPs, you need to go to Return Path. The good news is it's my favorite price in the whole entire world, free. All right, free. Now, why is it free? Because senderscore.org, which is who is tracking and assigning your sender score, is a division of Return Path. Return Path certification will help you in an additional premium verification. It's something that Digital Marketer chose to do. It's not at all inexpensive. It's based on volume, and I believe it costs us somewhere around $20,000 a year to be verified by Return Path, to be a Return Path verified bulk mailer. But it increases deliverability in several platforms. So if you're struggling with deliverability and you're an enterprise level solution, I'd start by signing up for an account at senderscore.org and then potentially talking to someone at your email service provider about becoming Return Path certified. Now, number 3 is email reach. Now, I love email reach because it allows me to not only set up tracking on domain and IP blacklisting, but I can set up proactive emails. So every morning I wake up and the first email I see in my inbox is from email reach. And it tells me IP blacklist pass, IP blacklist fail. And it lists out every domain that I'm tracking, every IP address that I'm tracking, and whether or not it passed or failed on a blacklist search. And if it failed, it lets me know which one, and I can click through and find out why and request to be delisted from that blacklist from one simple email. Now, I believe this is somewhere in the $100 to $200 a month range, it almost doesn't matter because it's worth every penny. If you're sending email, to have something proactively not only monitoring but telling you in the mornings that your emails are good or not is a nice comforting feeling. So email reach. They also have some amazing additional tools that'll do, it'll tell you and show you how your emails are looking in mobile. It'll tell you if you were rejected by a specific mail. It'll break down into the reasons why, so you can figure out if it was a formatting issue, an HTML issue, the content issue. It'll actually go in and tell you a little bit more information, and so will Mail Monitor app. But this is a real redundancy in two different systems. So these are the three tracking solutions that I like. I believe if you use all of them, you'll be spending less than $500 a month, and you'll really get some insight into what's happening with your email, and if you do have a problem, where you need to focus your efforts on fixing that problem. All right, so that's it on tracking. I'll see you in the next video.